Believe it or not, circuit breakers are not designed to last forever, and they can go bad over time. So if you're having problems with the electrical system in your house, how do you know what the problem is and if it's actually the breaker that's causing the issue? Well, one of the main signs of a bad breaker is that you start to see some physical damage to it. So it could be an indication that it's been getting too hot over time and the plastic is starting to break down. You might start to see cracks in the cover and in the casing. This is a good indication that the breaker itself is bad and needs to be replaced. Another thing to factor in is how old the home is. So if the home is 30 or 40 years old or more and you have circuit breakers in it, then it might be a good time to go through and replace the breakers with upgraded models. Now, sometimes the manufacturers themselves go out of business, but there are third-party manufacturers that will create breakers that go into some of these older panels. So it's a good idea to check and see what's available. And by all means, do your research, make sure that the company and the breaker that you're replacing is UL certified and it is safe. Another sign that your breaker might be the issue is that it's buzzing. So if you put your ear up to the electrical panel, you might not even have to do that. If you hear a buzzing sound coming from your electrical panel, it might be one of these breakers that's bad, or maybe multiple breakers. So it's a good idea to listen to your panel and see if you notice any breakers that sound like they're giving off a louder humming sound than normal. Then that's a good indication that the breaker is bad and it needs to be replaced as well. Another really good indication that you might have a bad breaker is if you have appliances or electronic devices that misbehave or they act really strangely when they're plugged into a specific circuit, and then they seem to be just fine if they're plugged into another area of the home. So that could be an indication of a bad circuit breaker. It can also be a sign that you have another electrical issue in that circuit as well. So it's a good idea if you notice some appliances or electronics that are not acting properly on a specific circuit to check out everything and make sure you understand and troubleshoot exactly what the problem is, but also don't forget to check out the breaker. Another symptom of a bad breaker is that you're having to reset this frequently. Now, this could be an indication that you have an overloaded circuit. It could also be that you're having a problem with the appliances or something that's plugged into the circuit, especially if this is an AFCI or a DFCI rated circuit breaker. So you want to make sure to eliminate those possibilities as well. So now when you're trying to reset one of these and it will not stay in the on position like that, if it doesn't click into place, then that's a better indication that there's something mechanically wrong inside of the breaker. Not always, but it is a good indication because there are mechanical components inside of this. These are designed to stay in an off state just in case. So if you can't get this to stay in the on position, it's a really good indication that there is something mechanically wrong inside. Now, if you can't reset one of these, it could simply just be doing its job. So there are problems that cause these to trip, and it's not just considered a nuisance, it's actually doing what it's supposed to do and protecting your house and protecting yourself and your family from getting into and encountering a situation that could be deadly. So it's a little bit harder to troubleshoot these when it comes to more of the advanced protection. So this is just a standard circuit breaker, but they also make circuit breakers that have GFCI protection. So GFCI stands for ground fault circuit interrupt, and you're probably used to seeing those in bathrooms with the receptacles next to like a sink or something that has the test and the reset buttons. Well, that same functionality can be built into a breaker too. So if you're encountering a situation where you have something that's creating a ground fault on a circuit, then the breaker is going to immediately trip and it's not going to be able to go back in place. So that could be an issue. Another more advanced type of breaker is called AFCI, and that protects against something called arc faults. So an arc fault is basically when a wire shorts out and it causes some sparking. There's also something called DFCIs. So DFCI is a combination GFCI and arc fault or AFCI breaker. And so on those breakers, it could be anything from a standard overload to a ground fault in a bathroom or to an arcing situation. So you really need to troubleshoot and figure out exactly what's going on. So the best rule of thumb to troubleshoot whether or not you have a bad breaker is to unplug everything on a circuit and see if this still trips. If it does still trip, then you have one of two issues. You either have a bad breaker and it needs to be replaced, or you have another wiring issue that needs to be addressed. If you're wanting to replace a breaker on your own, I have another video that you should check out at the end of this one that talks about electrical safety. And by all means, I never recommend doing your own electrical work if you don't feel confident and comfortable around electricity. Now, as a final check, if you want to test a breaker to see if it's bad or not, and you have the breaker removed from the panel, you can use a basic multimeter to do a test to see if the breaker is bad or if it's something else. So again, if you have the breaker out of the panel and if it won't stay in the on position, then that's a good indication that there's a mechanical failure inside of this. If it will stay in the on position, you can take a multimeter and put it to the terminal screw on this, and then also on the connection clip in the back, and see what reading you get. And with the circuit breaker in the on position on the multimeter, you should have a reading of 0 or very close to 0, and that indicates that the electricity is flowing through the breaker as it should. If it's not 0 and you see an infinity symbol or an OL sign, then that's a good indication that there's something wrong internally. Likewise, once you flip this to the off position, you should also see that infinity symbol or the OL reading to indicate that there's no electricity or no circuit that's completed inside of this. And if you have anything other than that, then it needs to be replaced. That's it for this video. Be sure to hit that like button before you move on to the next. And speaking of next videos, check out this other video here. I'm sure you'll like it too. All right, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.